All right, welcome back. Real excited about this one. I'm going to tell you how to stop yo-yo dieting, why yo-yo dieting is old school, and why you're always bouncing back and forth trying to reach some health goal that's not really for you, right? So, hey, what's up? My name is Reggie. Um, the founder of Fit for Freelance, where we build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching, guilt-free weight loss coach. And today I want to talk about yo-yo dieting, where you're going up and down. Tell me if this is you, right? Where you start a health plan, maybe you want to lose some weight for an upcoming event, or you just hear something about like a diet like intermittent fasting or something. You're like, yeah, I'll try that. And so you do it for a little while, and then you lose 5-10 pounds, and then you get stuck for a little bit and nothing changes for a while, and then you put that weight back on and you're like, well, that was fun, right? And you go back and forth on that. So you do that like every couple months or so, maybe it's New Year's resolution or something like that. Those kinds of things happen all the time. Happens. I understand. What we want to do though is get it so you can change from being stuck casually implementing like that and into being more adaptive and something that's more consistent with you, right? So the first thing I want you to do, if you're watching this, get like it, please, and then subscribe if you're on YouTube, and then share. Tell me how dieting has worked for you. If you've ever tried some of this weight loss stuff that you've seen online, seen from around the internet, it never seems to work out. Let me know how that goes for you, right? Because what happens is you get stuck, it doesn't work out. And it's kind of like, I guess the metaphor would be going for a run, right? And if you're trying to lose weight quickly, which usually that's how it happens, you're like, yeah, I just want to lose 10 pounds in a week. And then you go out like all out sprint. And then if you've been sprinting ever or recently, like when you're sprinting and you're in the middle of it, you're like, I don't know if I can do this. This kind of hurts. It's very uncomfortable. Why am I going this fast? Is this even right for me to be sprinting? Right. And then as soon as you get where you're going or sooner, you get tired of that sprint, you get exhausted, you can't keep up with it anymore. And you kind of like peter out and you're huffing and puffing over on the side of the road, right? Because you went too fast. And it wasn't sustainable for you. So that is, give me a comment if that's your experience. That happens to a lot of people. What we want to do is switch so you understand it more as a lifestyle change, right? So I've run marathons, and I don't like the overuse of it's like a marathon, but it is like maybe an indefinite run instead. Or if you've run a 10K or a longer distance where you're doing something for a longer period of time, you know that the more you practice, you find your pace. You find something that's realistic for you, right? So if you are training for a longer race, you're not going to try to win that thing right off the bat, right? You have to build up to it. If you're trying to qualify for Boston or something, right? You are slow to start. You kind of figure out your pace and you train and you create habits. And that's the big thing I'm going to get around to, creating habits so you can have that longer run and you don't burn out. You don't feel weak. You don't quit, most importantly, and you don't go back and forth trying to, keep your goals together. So 3 things that you need in order to do this, in order to get from stuck to what you're really trying to do, confidence and self-compassion, right? So understanding that if you have a goal, knowing that you're worthy of the goal, that you can pursue that goal, and that you can forgive yourself for mistakes. So a lot of times when people get stuck, they are not able to, continue to maneuver once they make a mistake. They might have a bad day for nutrition and then they give up altogether, right? So you're on that yo-yoing kind of thing where like, all right, I'm all in. And then all of a sudden you have like a cookie at lunch and you're like, well, I already had a cookie at lunch, so I'm gonna eat this whole thing of lasagna and a 2-liter soda. I'm being dramatic, but you know what that's like. So having that self-compassion and the confidence to know that like, okay, I did that and I can get right back on track right now, right? Another thing you need is realistic focus. So picking something that's unrealistic, like I'm just not going to eat any sugar ever again. I'm going to eat all organic, everything. Anything that's like really dramatic is a big shift for you. If you're not ready for it, you're not really focusing realistically, and that's going to get you stuck a lot of times. And you will do that. So you're being the yo-yo again. You're like all in, and you're like, okay, I can't really do that anymore, right? And so the third part here, accountability. And accountability, I also call it like a process for ownership. So you or someone close to you or a coach has to hold you accountable for your goals, right? So it's one thing to just say, like, tell yourself secretly, like, okay, I'm going to try this diet. And then you do it for a little bit and you give up, and then no one notices, right? Because no one's really holding you accountable for it. But if you are really high in that confidence and self-compassion element, and you have a process for ownership to yourself, then you'll be like, all right, I said I would do this, and I would do it. It'll be easier if you have realistic focus too, right? Or you can have some accountability, maybe a small group, family member, close friend, someone else who's also going through the same process at the same time, right? So back to that running example, if you have a training partner or a kind of program to go with, then these things are going to help keep you accountable, so you will continue to make progress towards that goal. So you won't be going back and forth and yo-yoing, stuff like that. So all that to say, if you're ready to start leading a healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams, I do have the Health Habits Trial starting next Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. And it's going to be really cool. We're building the confidence and realistic focus you need to kickstart your fitness goals and start feeling better fast. So if you check that out, there's a link in the description, fitforfreelance.com/tryouts. I'll bring it up right there. Planning ahead. I love it when that happens, right? And when you have that realistic focus, you're able to be consistent towards your goals. And this is going to be a big thing when it comes to stopping that yo-yo dieting, going back and forth, or like hitting those plateaus and then stopping and then going again. And then it's just discouraging, right? So you want to shift your focus to have confidence, realistic focus, and accountability. And you can join this group. It's completely free. It's going to be a 7-day challenge. I'm hitting you in your email box. We have other people going through it at the same time as you, so that'll also be accountability. And really, it's just one small step you can take to shift from like getting stuck in that yo-yo dieting process and then building healthier habits. So give me a like if that makes sense to you. Leave a comment. Would love to see you in there. I put a lot of work into this, and I know you'll be watching my content, so I would really appreciate if you watched it, if you joined this challenge. And something I kind of wanted to talk about when it comes to shifting your habits, right? So anytime you are trying a new thing, this is a little bit in depth. This is like bonus content. A lot of people get stuck yo-yoing because they haven't formed a new habit yet, right? So that's why this is the Health Habits Tryouts. We want you to try new habits and start to implement them consistently, so then you can start to see the change, right? So it could take longer, 7 days, but 7 days is like the strong start you need. If you've only gone like 2 days on some kind of health plan before, this is going to be a really good way to get some consistency, confidence, realistic focus, and accountability. So once again, that is fitforfreelance.com/tryouts, and I'll see you in there. Thanks for watching. Peace.